Good day, viewers. Okay, we are still on the measures of dispersion. Okay, now let's consider this question as example 2 on the measures of dispersion. So I've done example 1, check my page. Now let's look at it. The table shows the marks obtained by a group of students in a biology test. This table shows what the marks obtained by a group of students in a biology test. So mark 1 we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then the frequency is 2, 4, 8, 10, 6, 6, and 4. So we are to calculate the range, the mean deviation, the standard deviation. Okay? Now if you look at this table, I purposely solve this table so that I will not going to have long video, okay? But I'm going to explain the table into detail so that you have better understanding on it. Now, what is the first question? We have to calculate the range. And what is the range? How do we calculate range? Range. Range is what? Range is highest value, highest score, let me say highest mark, minus what? Minus lowest mark. That is range. Highest score minus lowest mark. Now, just go to score here. We have 0 as what? The lowest mark. We have as lowest mark. Then the highest mark is what? Is 6. So we have it as 6. Therefore, when you find the range of this mark is what? Is 6 minus 0, which will give you 6. So that is the solution to question number 1, where we are asked to find the range. Now let's go to 2, question number 2. We have to find the mean. And what is the mean deviation? We have to find the mean deviation. Mean deviation is summation of f, absolute value of x minus x bar, then all our summation of f. So this is the formula to calculate the mean deviation. So if you look at, let's say we have 1, 2. We only have this one. Forget about this one because I'm going to explain everything. Let's say we only have column x and f. So we need to generate absolute value of each absolute difference of each value of x minus x bar. Absolute difference. Each value of x minus x bar. We need to generate this one. But before we can generate this one, you must know your x bar. And what's your x bar? Your x bar is what? Is mean. Okay, your x bar is mean. And what is mean? Mean is your summation of fx over what? Summation of f. So that is your mean. Now, let's just go to, before we can get this summation of fx, it means that we need fx. So you create fx here. And how do you generate fx? You multiply 0 multiplied by 2 will give you this. 1 multiplied by 4 will give you this. 2 multiplied by 8 will give you 16. 3 multiplied by 10 will give you 30. 4 multiplied by 6 will give you 24. 5 multiplied by 6 will give you 30. 6 multiplied by 4 will give you 24. So by the time you solve them together, you add them together, you are going to have 128 as your summation of fx. So therefore, here you are going to put 128 divided by, then what is summation of f? Just come to the frequency column. Add everything together. When you add everything together, you are going to have 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 10 plus 6 plus 6 and plus 10 plus 4. So you're going to give you what? 40. Therefore, summation of f is what? Is 40. So we have 40 here. So when you divide this one, what do we have? We have 128 divides 40. So that will be 3.2. So as your x bar, which is what? Your mean. So your x bar is what? Your mean. So what you add there is what? Is 3.2. 3.2. Now for you to get the absolute value of each absolute difference of x minus x bar, so just minus 0 minus 3.5. is 0 minus 3.5, we have minus or minus 3.2. Then 1 minus or minus 1 minus, okay, is 0 minus 3.2, we give you minus 3.2. 1 minus what? 1 minus, cancel here. We have 1, this is x minus x bar. So 1 minus 3.2 is give you what? It give you minus 2.2. So that is that. Then another one is a 2 minus what? 2 minus 3.2. 2 minus 3.2 it will give you what? When you minus this one, we are going to have 1 point what? Minus 1.2. Then we have 3 minus 3.2 it will give you what? Minus 0.2. Then you have 4, that is 4 minus what? This is 4. 4 minus 3.2 is equals 1.2. Then we have 5 minus 1 minus 3.2 is equals, they give you this 1.1.8. Then the last one is what? Is 6 minus 3.2 is equal to 2.8. So that is how we obtain this one. You know when you are talking about the absolute, you need to remove those one with negative. Okay, then you have this one. Then what is the next thing? There's f here, which means that we need to multiply this absolute value of x minus s bar by what? By f. So you need to multiply f times what? This guy, which is 2 times 3.2 will give you 6.4. Then 4 times what? 2.2 will give you 8.8. 8 times 1.2 we have what? 9.6. 10 times what? 0.2 we have what? 2.5. Then 6 times what? 0.8, what we have? 4.8. 4.8. Okay, we have 4.8. Then 6 times what? 0.4. 6 times 0.8 will give you 4.8. 6 times what? 1.8 will give you 10.8. 4 times 2.8 will give you 11.8. Okay, so what is next thing? You need to find the solution of what? F absolute value of x minus s bar will give you this. When you find the summation, we are going to have 56.6. Okay, now for you to get your absolute value now, so you look at this column where we have f absolute value of minus s bar, add everything together. When you add everything together, you are going to have 53.6, then divided by what? Summation of f. And what is the summation of f? Summation of f is what? Is 40. So when you divide that, what do you have? We have 53.6 divided by 40. We have 1.3. 1.34. So that is the mean deviation. That is the mean deviation. Then the last question is we are to look for the standard deviation. The standard deviation. And what is standard deviation? Standard deviation. Standard deviation is what? Is square root of summation of f bracket x minus x bar, then you square it, then divide what? Summation of f. So this is the standard deviation. If you look at some textbook, you might have other, yeah, you might have different formulas. Are you getting it? But it is better for you to make use of the one you can able to remember. So in this now, we need x minus x bar, then you square it, which means that you need to come here, okay? You come here. So when you know when you minus 0 minus what? When minus 0 minus 3.2, we have minus 3.2. When minus 1 minus what? 1 minus 3.2, we have minus 2.2. When minus 2 minus 3.2, we have a minus 1.2. When minus 3 minus 3.2, we have a minus 0.2. So when you square this column now, we are going to have 10. When you square this one, we are going to have 10.24. When you square minus 2.4, we have what? Plus 4.84. When you square 1.2, you are going to have 1.44. When you square 0.2, you are going to have 0.04. When you square 0.8, you are going to have 0.64. When you square 1.8, you are going to have 3.24. When you square 2.8, you are going to have 7.84. So what is the next thing is for you to multiply the frequency, because we look at the formula consists f bracket x minus x bar raised to power 2 divided by summation of f. So you multiply f to this one, and when you multiply f, we have 2 times what? 10.25, we have 20.48, because we have already multiplied by f. Then we have 2 multiplied by, this is 4, multiplied by this, we have 19.36. Then when you multiply 8 times what? 1.44, we have 11.52. When you multiply 10 times what? 0.04, we have what? 0.4. When you multiply 6 times 0.64, we have 3.84. When you multiply 6 times what? 3.24, you have 19.44. When you multiply 4 times what? 7.84, you have what? 31.36. So what is the next stage? For you to just find what? The summation of f bracket x minus x bar raised to power 2. When you find the summation of it, you are going to have 106.4. So you can now come back to the formula, which says square root of summation of bracket x minus x bar square. We have it as what? 106.4. So you put it there, 106.4. Then divided by summation of f. Summation of f is 40. So what we have? We have 40. So divide it and let's see what we are going to have. We have 106, 106.4 divided by 40. We have 2, we have 2.66. Then what is the square root of 2.66? Square root of 2.66. We have 1.630. So that is when you are to find the standard deviation. So that's how to find what? How to find the range, which is what? The highest minus the lowest, which will obtain 6 as the range. Then the mean deviation and the standard deviation. Please always follow for more. Thank you.